In the busy halls of St. Clair's Hospital, where machines beep and people rush around non-stop, Sarah Reynolds shines like a guiding light. She's a cardiac nurse, working hard for 7 years, handling heart attacks, surgeries, and the worried looks of patients. Today, though, as she fixes a patient's fall with her steady hands, something feels heavier. It's not just the long shifts or the tough emotions of her job. No, today Sarah is counting down to a big moment, a 2-week trip to Hawaii. Sarah's friends at work tease her, saying she's tied to her job like it's her whole life. They're not far off. Her small apartment is full of books she hasn't finished and empty food boxes from nights she's too worn out to cook. But this vacation, her first real one in years, means beaches, sunshine, and a break she's been craving. Everyone agrees she deserves it. Still, as she checks the clock, a tiny worry creeps in. The ward is short on staff, like always, and the patients depend on her. Before we dive into this story, comment below, where in the world are you watching from? Hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell. St. Clair's Hospital is a wild place. The cardiac ward especially feels like a storm of noise, monitors going off, nurses running around, voices hushed but tense. Everyone's tired but pushing through. Sarah, though, stands out. She stays calm, even when everything's falling apart. Patients love her, her gentle touch, her kind smile, how she remembers their names and listens to their stories. Even the doctors, always in a hurry, trust her gut. They say she can spot trouble before the machines do. Today, as she gets ready to leave, Sarah's mind is already on that beach. She can almost hear the waves, feel the warm sun, and shake off the stress she's carried for so long. Her suitcase is packed, her flight just 2 days away. She's so close to freedom, closer than she's been in forever. Then the ambulance shows up. It's late afternoon, right as Sarah's shift is ending. The call comes in fast, an older man, found passed out in his apartment by a neighbor who cared enough to check. No ID, no one to call, no family at all. He's a stranger to everyone. The paramedics rush him in, and Sarah sees his face, pale, old, with messy silver hair and sweat on his brow. His breathing is weak, his heart all over the place. The doctors figure it out quick, his heart's failing bad. Without help right now, he won't last the night. Sarah watches the team jump in, but something pulls at her. Maybe it's how his hand shakes a little, or how his eyes open for just a second, looking for someone who isn't there. He's alone, lost, like so many others she's seen here, the ones nobody comes for, nobody comforts. The hospital is full of them, slipping away in silence. She steps closer as the doctor writes on his chart. "Who is he?" she asks, her voice quiet. The doctor barely looks up. "Don't know. Neighbor said he's been alone for years. No one visits, no family. We'll try to find somebody," but he stops, and Sarah gets it. It's a slim chance. She nods, staring at the man they're calling Edward Jenkins, for now, named after the street where he lived. She should go. Her shift's done, her vacation's waiting. But as she starts to walk away, she freezes. Something inside her won't let go, maybe that voice telling her she's needed, or the thought that if she leaves, this man might fade away unnoticed. Sarah checks the clock again. 2 days until her flight. She could still make it work. But when she looks at Edward, weak and by himself, that pull gets stronger. It's the same feeling that's kept her here through all the hard years, even when she's dead tired. She has no idea yet, but this choice, to stay, to look after a stranger when no one else will, is about to turn her whole world upside down. As we uncover Sarah's impossible choice, hit subscribe to follow other emotional journey like this. Edward Jenkins lies in a hospital bed, his body so thin it barely lifts the blanket. His skin looks pale, almost like ash, and his silver hair clings to his sweaty forehead. Each breath he takes sounds rough, like his chest is working overtime. The machines around him beep slow and steady, but the numbers aren't good. His heart is failing, badly. The doctors call it advanced heart failure. Without someone watching him every minute, he won't last long. Sarah stands there, fixing his full line and propping up his pillows. She's used to patients who are old and sick, but Edward feels different. His hands tremble when he tries to grab a cup, and his eyes, when they flutter open, seem empty, like he's lost in his own world. He's not just unwell, he's totally alone. No visitors, no phone calls, nothing. It's as if he doesn't exist outside this room. Her vacation is coming up fast. She's got her bags packed, her ticket ready, dreaming of a break she's earned. But the closer it gets, the more her stomach twists. Edward needs constant attention, someone to check his pulse, tweak his medicine, keep him comfortable. The ward's a mess, nurses running everywhere, too busy to focus on one guy. If she leaves, who's got him? Who's going to make sure he doesn't fade away? The hospital doesn't give up easy. They dig for anyone tied to Edward. A neighbor who called the ambulance gets a call. She says he's been alone forever, just a quiet old man down the hall. They search his place for hints, no pictures, no notes, just a bare apartment. The social worker phones shelters and local groups, asking if anyone knows him. Nothing. His name doesn't ring a bell anywhere. He's like a shadow nobody sees. Sarah watches this play out, and it weighs on her. Every failed call, every shrug from the staff, sinks her deeper. Edward's got no one, no family, no friends, not even a distant cousin. In a place this packed, guys like him get overlooked. She's seen it too many times, the lonely ones get less, even if no one says it out loud. It's not right, but it happens. The night before her plane takes off, Sarah can't rest. She's in bed, eyes locked on the dark ceiling, thoughts spinning. Hawaii's waiting, sand, waves, a chance to breathe. She deserves it, no doubt. But when she tries to relax, Edward's face pops up. She hears those slow beeps, pictures him lying there, helpless, with no one to care if he's hurting or scared. She flips over, telling herself she's being silly. Someone else will handle it, right? But she knows better. The ward's stretched thin, everyone's burned out. Edward needs a person who gives a damn, who sees him as more than just another chart to sign off. Sarah sits up, chest tight. Her suitcase sits by the door, zipped and waiting. Her phone's right there, flight details lit up on the screen. It's down to this, her big trip or a man she barely knows. A stranger's life hanging on her choice. She has no clue yet, but this restless night is about to spark something huge, something that'll turn her whole world upside down. If you've ever faced a selfless choice, smash the like button. Let's see how many viewers would do what Sarah did. Sarah stares at her suitcase, zipped up and ready by the door. Her passport and ticket rest on top, promising a break she's dreamed about for months. She can almost feel the warm sun on her skin, hear the ocean waves rolling in. But then her thoughts shift to Mr. Jenkins, alone in his hospital bed. She sees his pale face, his chest moving slowly under the thin blanket. His hand, weak and shaky, reaches for someone who isn't there. She tries to push the image away. This trip to Hawaii is her reward, 7 years of hard work, long shifts, and no time off. She deserves it. But Mr. Jenkins' face keeps creeping back. She remembers his quiet voice yesterday, thanking her for staying late to adjust his pillows. It was small, but it stuck with her. Her phone buzzes on the table. It's a text from Lisa, another nurse. Can't wait to see your vacation pics. Have fun. Sarah's smile fades fast. Lisa doesn't get it. No one does. They think she's nuts for even thinking about staying. She puts the phone down and rubs her eyes, feeling the weight of it all. She grabs her jacket and heads outside. The cool air feels good, but her feet take her toward the hospital without her even deciding. Soon, she's standing in front of it, watching the lights flicker through the windows. She tells herself she'll just check on him, then go home. The hospital hums with noise, beeping machines, footsteps, low voices. Sarah walks to Mr. Jenkins' room and looks inside. He's asleep, smaller than ever under the covers. The sight tugs at her, making her chest tight. shouldn't you be packing?" someone says behind her. She turns to see Dr. Patel, a doctor she's worked with for years. His face is kind but worried. "I just wanted to see how he's doing," Sarah says, nodding toward Mr. Jenkins. Dr. Patel frowns. "You're off tomorrow. You're supposed to be on a plane." "Go home, Sarah." "I know," she says, hesitating. "But he's got nobody. I can't stop thinking about it." "There's a whole staff here," Dr. Patel says. "Other nurses can handle it. You've done enough." Sarah stares at Mr. Jenkins. "They're busy. What if they miss something? He needs someone who cares." Dr. Patel sighs and squeezes her shoulder. "You're too good at this job. But you need a life too. Don't throw away your trip." His words hit her hard, but they don't settle the storm in her head. She thanks him and walks out, feeling more lost than before. At home, she sits on her bed, phone in hand. The flight info glows on the screen: tomorrow morning, straight to paradise. She flips to her email, reading the hotel booking she spent weeks planning. It's all right there, waiting. But then she pictures Mr. Jenkins waking up alone, hurting, with no one to help. She sees the other nurses rushing around, too tired to notice if he's slipping. Her stomach twists. She takes a deep breath and shuts her eyes. It's now or never. Her hands shake as she grabs the phone and calls the airline. "Hi, how can I assist you?" or the voice on the other end asks. "I need to cancel my flight," Sarah says, her throat tight. She gives her info, each word feeling like a punch. When it's over, she hangs up and drops the phone. The ticket's useless now. She opens her laptop next, typing a quick email to the hotel. "Can't make it. Sorry." The reply comes fast: no refunds. Hundreds of dollars gone. She stares at the screen, letting it sink in. Her big plans, her escape, all wiped out. But deep down, a calm starts to grow. She's doing what's right. The next day, she walks into the hospital, her bag over her shoulder. The halls smell like cleaner and coffee. She passes the nurse's station, where Lisa spots her. "Sarah? What are you doing here? I thought you were gone." Lisa says, jaw dropping. "Staying," Sarah says with a small smile. "Had to." "You ditched Hawaii? For him?" Lisa points toward Mr. Jenkins' room, stunned. "Yeah," Sarah says. "He needs me." Lisa shakes her head. "You're unreal." Sarah shrugs and keeps walking. She steps into Mr. Jenkins' room, where he's still sleeping. She checks the machines, fixes his blanket, and pulls a chair close. Sitting there, watching his slow breaths, she knows this is where she belongs. It's not what anyone else would pick, but it's her choice. This is only the beginning. What happens next will change Sarah's life forever. Sarah steps into Mr. Jenkins' room each morning, her shoes quiet on the hospital floor. She's here because she chose to stay, giving up her trip for a man who has no one else. Now, with her plans gone, she pours everything into making him feel seen. It starts small, but something special begins to grow between them. At first, Mr. Jenkins barely talks. His voice is soft, worn out, and his eyes stay half closed. But Sarah notices how he perks up when she mentions old things. Like the news playing on the TV about a museum opening. One day, she tries asking about it. "You like history," she says, adjusting his pillow. He nods, slow, and mumbles about teaching it years ago. That's the spark she needs. The next day, Sarah brings a book from the hospital library, a dusty one about ancient Rome. She sits by his bed during her break and reads a page out loud. Her voice is steady, filling the quiet room. Mr. Jenkins listens, his fingers tapping lightly on the blanket. When she stops, he whispers, "Used to tell my students about gladiators." His eyes light up, just for a moment, and Sarah smiles. It's a start. She keeps it up, grabbing different books when she can: Egypt, the Civil War, anything historical. She reads short bits, not wanting to tire him out. He doesn't say much, but he's awake longer now, listening close. Sometimes he adds a detail, like how soldiers marched back then, and Sarah nods, letting him know she hears him. It's like she's pulling him back from wherever he's been hiding. One afternoon, Sarah catches him humming something soft, almost too faint to hear. She leans in, curious. "What's that tune?" she asks. He pauses, then says it's Beethoven, something he used to play on an old record player. His voice cracks a little, like the memory hurts. Sarah doesn't push, but it sticks with her. She wants to bring that music back to him. The next shift, she shows up with a small radio from her apartment. It's nothing fancy, just something she had in her kitchen. She fiddles with the dial until she finds a station playing classical music. When Beethoven's notes drift out, Mr. Jenkins' face changes. His lips curve, not quite a smile, but close. He closes his eyes, letting the sound wrap around him. Sarah watches, her heart full. It's the first time he's looked peaceful. She starts leaving the radio on low whenever she's there, finding stations with music he might like. It softens the hospital's cold edges, the beeps, the footsteps, the hard lights. Sometimes she hums along, and once, she swears he tries to join in, his voice too weak to carry. Those moments feel like a bridge, connecting them in a way she didn't expect. Bit by bit, Mr. Jenkins opens up. One morning, while Sarah checks his chart, he talks about his wife. "Gone a long time," he says, staring at the ceiling. "Lost her when I was young. Car crash." His words are heavy, and Sarah listens, keeping her hands busy so he doesn't feel stared at. He says they were married only 2 years, not enough time. After that, he never tried again. Didn't see the point, he adds, so quiet she almost misses it. Sarah feels a pang, picturing him carrying that loss for decades. She wonders what it's like to live so alone, no kids, no family, just memories. He doesn't say more, and she doesn't ask. Instead, she tucks the blanket around him, letting him know she's there. Another day, he mentions teaching. "Loved the kids," he says, his voice stronger than usual. "They'd laugh at my stories." He taught in a small school, he tells her, until he retired. After his wife passed, teaching was all he had, until it wasn't. Sarah pieces it together: no wife, no close friends, just a life that got quieter every year. It makes her want to stay longer, talk more, anything to keep him from slipping back into silence. Her kindness keeps piling up. She brings him extra water when his throat's dry, makes sure his socks are snug so his feet don't get cold. One night, she stays past her shift to read him a chapter about pirates, knowing he likes sea stories. The other nurses notice, some shaking their heads, others giving her soft looks. They don't get why she's so tied to this one patient, but Sarah doesn't care. To her, he's not just a patient, he's Mr. Jenkins, who loved Beethoven and taught kids about battles. Days pass, and something shifts. Mr. Jenkins' breathing isn't so rough now. The machines still beep, but the numbers look better. He sits up a little, sips broth without shaking. The doctors nod, saying he's holding on, maybe even improving. It's not a miracle, he's still weak, but it's enough to make Sarah's chest lighten. Her time with him is working. She feels it deep down, this connection she didn't plan. Every book she reads, every song she plays, ties her closer to him. She's tired, long shifts, no break, but when she sees him look at her, really see her, it's worth it. She's given him more than care, she's given him someone to matter to. Sitting by his bed one evening, radio humming softly, Sarah realizes she's all in. She's not just doing her job anymore. This man, who started as a stranger, has become her reason to keep going. She doesn't know what's next, but she's here for it. Dr. Lillian Harper stands quietly at the door of Mr. Jenkins' room, watching Sarah. Inside, Sarah adjusts the old man's blanket, making sure it sits just right. She chats with him about the weather, her voice soft and kind. Mr. Jenkins nods, his eyes tired but warm. Sarah doesn't see Dr. Harper there, taking it all in. Dr. Harper has been at St. Clair's Hospital for a few days now. She's a visiting professor, someone big in the nursing world, known for fixing how patients get treated. She's here to find a special nurse, one who really gets it. And Sarah? She's caught her eye. It's the way Sarah takes her time with Mr. Jenkins, making him feel like a person, not just a job. Dr. Harper likes that a lot. It's late afternoon when Sarah sits at the nurse's station, writing down Mr. Jenkins' latest details. She's thinking about how he smiled earlier, a small win for the day. Then, someone clears their throat. Sarah Reynolds. Dr. Harper steps up, her face friendly but serious. Sarah looks up, caught off guard. Yes, that's me. I'm Dr. Lillian Harper. I've been watching you with Mr. Jenkins. You're really good at what you do. Sarah feels her cheeks get warm. Oh, thank you. I just try to help. Dr. Harper smiles. I've got something big to ask. I'm starting a program to teach nurses how to care better, really connect with patients. I need a leader for it, someone like you. How would you feel about being the lead nurse trainer? Sarah freezes. Her heart beats fast. Me? I'm just a regular nurse. That's why it's you, Dr. Harper says. You know how to care, and we need that. You train others, help them be better nurses. It pays more, and you'd have a bigger say in things. Sarah's mind spins. More money? More control? It's a lot to take in. I don't know what to say. Take your time, Dr. Harper says. This could mean helping tons of patients, not just one at a time. Think it over for a couple of days. Sarah nods, her thoughts all jumbled. Okay. Thank you. When Dr. Harper walks away, Sarah stays still, staring at her papers. Lead nurse trainer? It sounds exciting, like something out of a dream. But leaving her patients? That hits her hard. She loves being right there with them, helping them feel better. Teaching others doesn't feel the same. She heads to the break room and finds her friend Lisa. You won't guess what happened, she says, spilling the whole story. Lisa's jaw drops. That's huge. You've got to say yes. Sarah twists her hands together. But what about Mr. Jenkins? And all the others? I'd miss them. You'd still be helping, Lisa says. Just in a different way. A bigger way. Sarah gets that, but something holds her back. She's not sure she can leave what she knows. That night, Sarah can't rest. She walks around her little apartment, thinking hard. The new job could shake up her life, more cash, a chance to lead, maybe even respect she's never had before. But then she remembers Mr. Jenkins' quiet thank you from yesterday. It sticks with her. She's been a bedside nurse forever. It's tough, sure, but it's hers. She thinks back to long shifts, holding hands with scared patients, making them laugh when they're down. That's what she's good at. Teaching feels far away, like she'd lose that closeness. But Dr. Harper's voice keeps coming back, you'd help thousands of patients through the nurses you train. It pulls at her. Could she do more good that way? She wonders if she's being selfish, sticking to what's comfortable. Next day at work, Sarah's head is still a mess. She stops by Mr. Jenkins' room. He's doing okay today, sitting up and sipping water. You're a trooper, she tells him, and he chuckles. Only because you're here, he says. Her chest tightens. She keeps busy, but the choice weighs on her. Dr. Harper gave her a deadline, and it's closing in. By the end of her shift, she knows she can't put it off anymore. She walks back to Mr. Jenkins' room. He's resting now, the radio humming low. She stands in the doorway, watching his chest rise and fall. He's more than a patient to her now, he's a reason she stayed. Whatever she picks, she needs to feel right about it. She steps inside, her mind buzzing but steady. This is where she'll figure it out. Will Sarah abandon the job she loves for a chance to change thousands of lives? The answer lies in one final moment with Mr. Jenkins. The hospital room feels still now. The air is calm and the lights glow gently overhead. Sarah sits close to Mr. Jenkins' bed, her hand resting on his. His breaths come slow and quiet, each one fainter than the one before. She watches him, her heart steady. She's seen this moment with others, but with him, it's not the same. It means more. Mr. Jenkins stirs, his eyes fluttering open for a brief second. He looks right at Sarah, his face peaceful. "Thank you," he says, his voice so soft she almost misses it. Sarah smiles, her throat tight. "You're welcome," she whispers back. His eyes close again, and after a few more breaths, he's still. The room grows silent, the machines letting out one last sound. He's at rest now. Sarah stays there, holding his hand a little longer. Sadness tugs at her, but it's not overwhelming. She gave him comfort in his final days, and he left with someone who cared beside him. That's enough. She pulls the blanket over his hand, stands, and takes a deep breath. It's time to keep going. Later, Sarah spots Dr. Harper near the nurse's station. She walks up, her mind made up. "I've decided," she says. "I'll take the job." Dr. Harper's eyes brighten. "That's great news, Sarah. You're going to do amazing things." Sarah nods, her voice firm. "It's for Mr. Jenkins. He showed me how much it matters to be there for someone. I want to make sure others feel that too." Dr. Harper smiles and rests a hand on her arm. "You'll do that and more. I'm sure of it." The next week, Sarah steps into her new role. It's a shift, fewer moments with patients, more time guiding nurses. At first, it feels odd, but she settles in. During training, she shares pieces of Mr. Jenkins' story, how a little music or a few pages from a book could lift his spirits. The nurses lean in, nodding. They see what she means, and she can tell they want to bring that same care to their work. Time moves on, and Sarah's efforts spread. Her program picks up steam, more nurses join, and the hospital starts to change. The halls feel less cold, more alive. Patients notice it too, their faces softer, their voices lighter. Sarah still thinks about being at the bedside now and then, but she knows this is bigger. She's helping shape how care happens here. One night, Sarah wanders back to her old ward. The lights are low, the air hushed. She pauses outside Mr. Jenkins' old room. Someone new rests there now, but she can still picture him, his quiet love for old stories, the way he'd tap his fingers to a tune. On her desk, she keeps a small book, one she used to read to him. It's her way of holding on to why she's here. Sarah steps out into the cool night, tilting her head to the stars. She thinks about that one decision, choosing to stay instead of chasing a break. It cost her a getaway, but it gave her something deeper, a reason to keep going. Compassion, she sees now, isn't just for one person. It's about letting it grow, touching more lives than she ever thought possible. Mr. Jenkins started that for her, and she's carrying it forward every day. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness matters. And don't forget to comment below, what would you have done in Sarah's shoes?